To matter, the hidden reason so many people feel empty even when they are doing everything right. Some of the loneliest people are surrounded by others every day. Some of the people who smile the most secretly wonder if their existence makes any difference at all. Not because they want attention, but because they want to matter. Maybe you felt it, that strange ache you can't explain. You show up, you help people, you work hard, you answer messages, you carry responsibilities, you try to be a good person, yet somewhere deep inside, a quiet voice keeps asking, would anyone notice if I disappear for a while? Not because you want to leave, but because you want proof that your life means something, that you matter. There's a woman named Mary. Every morning, she woke up before everyone else. She prepared breakfast. She checked on her children, answered work emails, helped friends through difficult moments, remembered birthdays, encouraged people even when they felt broken. And every night, she went to sleep exhausted, not physically, emotionally, because nobody ever asked how she was doing. One day, she sat alone in her car after grocery shopping. Nothing bad happened. Nobody had hurt her. Yet, tears started falling. Not because she was weak, not because she was depressed, but because a question she had carried for years. And that is, if I stop doing all these things, would I still matter? You know, that question lives inside millions of people. Maybe inside you. You answer everyone's calls, but who calls you? You remember everyone's birthday. You remember everyone else's struggles, but who remembers yours? You give and give, until one day you realize you've become valuable for what you do. But you are no longer sure you're valued. But you are no longer sure you are valued for who you are. And that realization hurts, because every human being carries the same hidden hunger. The hunger to know that their existence has meaning. The hunger to know they matter. Maybe most people think the pain comes from being ignored, but that is not the deepest wound. The deepest wound is believing your worth depends on your usefulness. Think about that. Many people don't feel invisible because nobody sees them. They feel invisible because they only see themselves when they are performing, when they are producing, when they are giving, when they are fixing, when they are helping, when they are achieving. The moment they stop, their value seems to disappear. But there's something deeper happening, something most people never notice. Have you ever noticed how quickly you criticize yourself? One mistake, and suddenly you feel like a failure. One rejection, and suddenly you question your value. One unanswered message, and suddenly your mind starts creating stories. Maybe they don't care. Maybe I'm annoying. Maybe I'm not important. Maybe I don't matter. The mind does this because it is trying to protect us. It searches for evidence of belonging because long ago, belonging meant survival. So now, every ignored test feels bigger than it is. Every criticism feels heavier than it should. Every comparison feels like proof that someone else matters more. And slowly, people begin abandoning themselves. Not because they hate themselves, but because they spend their lives trying to earn what was never supposed to be earned, their worth. Dear friend, ancient wisdom often taught that a tree does not question its value because it cannot see its own roots. Yet, the roots are exactly what keep it alive. Think about that. The tree never wakes up wondering if it deserves to exist. It simply grows. It gives shade. It stands through storms. Its value exists long before anyone sits beneath it. Human beings are different. We spend years looking for proof that we matter, proof that we are enough, proof that we belong. But perhaps the deepest truths are like roots, invisible, yet real. Ancient teachings understood something powerful. It says the things that matter most are often the things we cannot immediately see. Here is the deeper truth, dear friend. Many people do not fear failure, they fear insignificance. They fear living an entire life and discovering they were never important. So they become achievers. They become people pleasers. They become caretakers. They become perfectionists. Not because they are ambitious, but because they are searching for evidence that they matter. The wound is not lack of success. The wound is conditional worth. The belief that says, I matter when I achieve. I matter when I help. I matter when I am needed. But what happens when none of those things are happening? Who are you then? That is where the real healing begins. Dear friend, the truth is this. You were never meant to earn your right to matter. You mattered before the achievement. You mattered before the title. You mattered before the followers. You mattered before the applause. You mattered before the validation. Before anyone ever noticed you. There's a beautiful truth hidden in scripture. It says, Psalm 139. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Notice what it does not say. It does not say you are valuable because you succeeded. It does not say you are valuable because people approve of you. It says your value existed from the beginning. It existed before the performance, before recognition, before proving yourself. That changes everything. Dear friend, tonight, I want you to do something unusual. This is the solution. Take a blank sheet of paper and draw a line down the middle. On the left side, write reasons I think I matter. Write everything. My job, my family, my achievement, my kindness, my responsibilities. Write everything. Then look carefully. How many of those reasons are things you do? Now, on the right side, write, who am I without performing? Sit with that question. Do not rush. Because something powerful happens when you realize your identity is larger than your usefulness. The benefit of this exercise is profound. For the first time, you begin separating your worth from your performance. And when that separation happens, emotional exhaustion begins to lose its grip. Because you stop carrying the impossible burden of proving your value every day. You know, a river does not wake up every morning wondering whether it deserves to flow. It flows because flowing is its nature. A mountain does not ask permission to stand. A sunrise does not earn the right to appear. Its existence is enough. Perhaps you have spent years trying to become worthy, when all along your existence carried worth from the beginning. If nobody has told you lately, hear this. You are not behind. You are not less important. You are not forgotten by life. And you do not need to become someone else before you deserve love. The fact that you are human means you will sometimes doubt yourself. You will sometimes feel unseen. You will sometimes wonder if you matter. That does not mean something is wrong with you. It means you are carrying one of the oldest human questions ever asked. Maybe the reason your heart feels tired is not because you matter too little. Maybe it's because you have spent too many years trying to prove something that was already true. And perhaps tonight, instead of asking, do I matter? Ask something different. What would change in my life if I truly believe that I already do? I already matter. Sit with that. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Sit with that. You already matter. And notice what becomes quiet inside you. My dear friend, thanks so much for being with me. What part of this video felt like your life? When did you first start feeling that you had to earn your worth? And after hearing this message, what truth stayed with you the longest? Share your comments in the comment section so that someone reading will pick an inspiration from. Thanks so much for being with me. I am Pzipporah.